Bro, life is not fair. To like be born in a certain position where certain things that a lot of people would just take for granted, it's just got me in a place where I'm like becoming radically grateful for the body that I'm in. Like, I've been blessed with this vessel that can do a whole lot despite all these things that I've always told myself. I'm so small, I look young, people aren't gonna take me serious. But I just encourage and implore you to express more gratitude for the things that you do have, because you also never know when it can get taken away from you. All right, what's up? My name is Corey, and in this video, I'm gonna be talking about gratitude, personal gratitude, and particularly me becoming grateful for the body that I'm in. So I've been doing 75 hard, and this is the first time in my life that I've ever been gaining weight consistently, like been over 91 pounds. I've only been 90 pounds like 3 times accidentally, like kind of randomly. It was never like intentional. And I don't know, I've been like pushing myself when it comes to athletics, been doing a lot of like endurance training. I'm trying to learn how to swim and stuff. And a lot of it is making me realize how ungrateful I was, quite frankly, with the body that I had. So I'm gonna take you through a little journey. I've always been kind of like insecure about my body. Well, not kind of, like very, just being small. And at some point, I got it in my head that I just would not be able to gain weight. Hold on, let me kind of move this because it is shaking the screen. Hopefully that's a little better. But yes, I got it in my head that I would just not be able to gain weight. I'm just naturally this small because of genetics. No matter how much I eat, I'm not going to actually be able to gain weight, or just say that like I don't like eating. I do think that I have like a sort of eating disorder, which it's not like, I don't know, it's like a restrictive eating disorder. Never got diagnosed for it, and I don't talk about it a whole bunch, but it's like a mental thing that would like block me from eating. And I am just now in a place where like a lot of that anxiety is not affecting me as much, and I'm able to actually gain weight. I'm pushing myself with running, learning how to swim, doing like just all these athletics like kickboxing that I've always wanted to do, but have just either been scared of or just not that I would be good at it. So I've always, like I mentioned, had the insecurity with also like just being small. People would always bring it up, talk about it. And it's like, you know, it's the first thing that you notice when you see me. Like, you notice how small I am, particularly how skinny I am. Like, I don't know, there's a bunch of short people, but like being short and skinny, the fact that I just, like, I look young, and that would kind of give me a little, I don't know, is that like some Napoleon complex shit? I don't know, just like people like not taking me serious because of how small I am. It's always just been insecurity. Just now, really becoming comfortable with myself, like at this point in my life. And I wanted to talk about, you know, another thing that has impacted that shift, and that is gaining gratitude for the body that I'm in. So it's very easy, and I don't know your situation, I'm talking about me. You know, there are people with, you know, a bunch of health conditions and ailments that either they were born with, or, you know, a bit of like nature and nurture that have impacted, you know, the body that, you know, you're in. I don't know your situation, I'm talking about me specifically. I have always just had these things in my head, these scripts about what I could and what I couldn't do because of my size, a little mentally, like how, like I mentioned, people would take me serious or not. And I just let that get to me so much, to a point where I wouldn't really put my best foot forward when I was attempting to get, you know, into a better place with my body. And part of that, like recently, I've just become like so grateful for what my body is like able to do, and I take it more serious and I take it personal. Like, I've been blessed with this vessel that can do a whole lot despite all these things that I've always told myself. I'm so small, I look young, people aren't gonna take me serious. Like, I could do a lot of cool and crazy things with my body. I've shown it to myself with the kickboxing, finally, like I said, learning how to swim. I'm learning to run longer distances, and this video is kind of a companion to my 10K video, where at the end I did talk a little bit about gratitude. But yes, a little bit more backstory. I grew up with a father who has like everything like just thrown at him when it comes to like his physical body. He was born with one valve in his heart. He got, I think his lung collapsed when he was maybe around 14, maybe a little younger than that, and then that led to him developing scoliosis. He's been in pain all his life. There's like a whole bunch of other health stuff. I would love to have him on the channel. Dad, if you're watching this, drop a comment. Would you be interested in being on the channel? But yeah, he has just always been in pain with his body, and I've like, my dad raised me, so like I've been in like such close proximity to just like feeling like your body is like rejecting you. Like I've seen it. Like, and then another thing is like, I'm kind of going to end up talking about, you know, disabilities, particularly physical disabilities, but, you know, the same thing can happen with mental disabilities or having mental struggles. Even I would say, I don't know, with anxiety and depression, I don't think that's necessarily considered like a disability, but it can disable you in ways if it gets too strong. But in this video, we're talking about, you know, physical capabilities. So growing up with a father who was dealing with that, seeing like that pain and stuff, I think that, I don't know, there's probably certain ways in which I like internalized it, but it only is now like me realizing like how grateful I am to be able to like walk and do like it's those simple things. Like I'm able to walk, I'm not in constant pain or anything. Like if I'm not doing something like for my body, it's typically a mental thing. Again, mental things can be just as, if not more serious. But I don't know, it's something about watching people who have like those physical ailments that it just makes me want to be more grateful for the body I'm in. I also have a cousin who has cerebral palsy or cerebral palsy. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think that was he was my first time being like having that proximity to, you know, I'm watching him grow up, and there's stuff that he cannot, I'm not going to say never, because, you know, you never know what, you know, God, the good Lord, you don't know, whoever, you know, has in store for you. But it's like, just knowing like, okay, certain things regarding like speech and being able to walk on his own and do, you know, other things on his own, like it's gonna come at the very least at like a greater struggle than it is for most people. So, you know, you're watching like, oh, my other cousins grow up, and he's not gonna have it as easy as other people. And there's still things that he struggles with. And I have a couple other cousins who have dealt with, I don't know, something like happened to their brain, and they're not physically able to do certain things. And literally, this is a topic that this is one of those topics. Like everybody has that topic, I feel, that can get them like emotional. Like I'm starting to kind of tear up, because it's just like, bro, life is not fair. To like be born in a certain position where certain things that a lot of people would just take for granted, it's just got me in a place where I'm like becoming radically grateful for the body that I'm in. Like I might be short, but all my limbs work. I might be skinny, but, you know, I can go and make changes, you know, for those things. And it just has me thinking like, how was my anxiety like so bad where it was hindering me from being able to kind of like pursue these things that I'm doing now? Like I said, and mental stuff is just not, if not, can be more serious, you know, depending on like how you grew up and how you internalize things. Like the mental shit can like get to you for sure, 100%. But this has me thinking, like, because I'm not in that place right now, like how was I letting that get to me in like such a way? Now there are like a lot of ways, like please get help if you have like issues. It's not like a quick switch, a quick change if you have like something mentally, you know, you're going through. But yeah, all that to say, I'm becoming like more grateful for this body that I used to feel like this some type of way about, just like this thinking like, oh, this is like not fair. There are people who literally born without their limbs, like all of them, not just one. Or there are people that go throughout, I feel like, I don't know, like going throughout life having them, and then, you know, accident happened or something, and then, you know, you might have to amputate one. Like, and people, especially like, I've been watching like videos about, you know, kids who are born with, you know, that stuff, and they learn how to adapt amazingly when it comes to like learning like, again, those everyday little things. Like, I'm a lazy bitch, okay? I don't be wanting to cook, but it's like, I could take my ass to the grocery store, drive my car. I'm in a position where, I don't want to necessarily get like all political because I'm not that most educated with it. But when you think about like ableism, like the world is not designed for people who don't have limbs. You might have to have that extra assistance. Little things like having places that are like wheelchair accessible. Like none of that shit do I have to worry about. I can drive my car, and I'm a good driver. I can go to the grocery store, like get my food on my own with no help. Like, I'm financially able to do that, but I'm also like physically able to do that. Like, it's, again, the little things. I can take my ass to the grocery store and I can cook myself meals. And I'm a good cook. I just am lazy and I don't want to do that, which is getting to like whatever those mental things that I have to like work through. But yeah, there are people who still do those things and like don't have legs, don't have arms, and they're like figuring it out, making it work, and they've been doing that from young. Or it happens like midlife and they're figuring out how to, adapt. And it's just, I'm like amazed by it. I'm very inspired by it. Like I said, it's one of those topics that can get me emotional. I think like, again, growing up with a father who was just going through so much physically and just kind of knowing that there's nothing that I could really do to help necessarily. But he's learning how to adapt. And so the more that I'm looking into it, doing research, like I feel like that would be like, it's another thing. We'll talk a little bit about YouTube, like why I'm really trying to get myself together so I can do like cool things on here so that I can set myself up so I can help people in like a greater way. And something that I would love to do is have like a physical, like a gym or something for kids with like cerebral palsy or some other type of like mental condition, so they can learn how to condition themselves, and hire trainers who are like professionals in that place so they can like help people again with those little things. Like, it's really those little things that we take advantage of in our everyday life. Or I'll say me, I don't know what you do with your life. I don't know how you feel about your body or why you feel this way about your body. But I just encourage and implore you to, express more gratitude for the things that you do have, because you also never know when it can get taken away from you. Like, I feel like something that I've been trying to do, I do this a little bit more like financially, or from a financial place, but I'm like, I'm very great. I have this apartment here. Kind of grab this. I have this studio apartment that's like rather small. Like, this is the whole thing. Okay. And I make like a decent amount of money where I probably could upgrade. My closet is looking crazy. But yes, I have this place that I understand could get taken away from me at any point. Like, I have a decent, like a little bit of money saved up or whatever, and I'm just like grateful for the place that I'm in, because it's not gonna be like this forever. I'm hoping that it goes up and it turns into something crazy, and it hasn't always been like that. Definitely worked hard, got lucky, been blessed with a lot of things, but this could get taken away at any moment. I'll see people who are like homeless. Oh, this angle is really weird. Let's see if I could talk and fix this, because this is the Uncut series. If you made it this far in the video, this is my Uncut series where I just kind of rant about a topic that's kind of helping me with personal development. But there we go. So I'll see people who are like homeless, and if I have like cash or something, I'll try to give it to them, or I haven't done it in a while, but I'll go out and like make a meal, or make some like bags of sandwiches, not necessarily a meal, and go out and feed the homeless. Not something that I do as much as I should, but it really just humbles you, puts you back in that place, and realize like that could be you. Like, there's like, I'm in a good place right now. I don't think that would be me anytime soon, but you just never know like where life is going to take you, and you don't know what happened for them to get that way, and they're learning how to adapt and just make it work. We're all just trying to like make shit work. So yeah, that's my rant. I got actually a lot more emotional than I anticipated, but yeah, man, just trying to learn how to be grateful. I was trying to keep it into like a physical, a place of like my physical abilities, and me learning how to just be grateful for what I have. And that's why I do like a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Not necessarily crazy, but I'm learning how to run so I can run a marathon, just because I'm like able to do it. Like, I want to push my body to like see where it could go. And I understand that there are a lot of people who will never be able to experience that, which fucking sucks in my opinion. And so I try to be grateful for what I have. There are things that, you know, on the other side, I'm just not going to be able to do. Limitations that I have. You know, we all have this set of cards that we're dealt with, and we try to make the best out of it. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do with my channel, you know, I've been getting like, and just seeing like more of the comments of like how my videos are like helping people. And, you know, I'm just grateful to be able to do that. And I'm trying to like work on my mental so that I could help people in a bigger and a grander way. So that's that video. Ooh, I don't think I've ever like teared up like while making a video, but yeah, it's just been a topic that's been on my mind for like a minute. So yeah, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Check out the rest of my Uncut series. Less emotional, but just as insightful. Thank you for watching, and hope you have a great day.